So I want to give you the first example of a type of metric that we often look at called actionable versus vanity. So let me give you a driving example. So if you look at your speedometer in your car, basically you have that metric that suggests the speed you're going at, and that's an actionable metric. Why? Because you can adjust accelerator to reduce or increase the speed that you require. So that's considered as an actionable metric that you can monitor to adjust to the situation or the environment. The one below is called a vanity matrix. So if you look at all the supercars, for example, so you might have a McLaren perhaps, or Porsche, but I'm not sure what you drive, but I assume you're more of a Porsche guy. But let's say you have a 918, and then you might go on and say on stage that my Porsche has a 887 horsepower. Another guy might say a McLaren might have 890 horsepower. But frankly, if the cars are sitting in the garage for the most part, it really doesn't mean anything, right? So that's an example of a vanity metric. And often startups get confused, that vanity is the ones which is most important. It's great to show off, but frankly speaking, the metric that you want to monitor is the speedometer, because that allows you to control the output. But let's give a real world example. So in the case of a startup, you think about how many downloads you might have. So you find a lot of pitch competitions, even in startup Istanbul. Founders will go out there and say, oh, we've got 10,000 downloads for our new app. But really, if that's what you're looking at, then you might be misled. You should be focusing on things like how many crash reports we get a day, or how many churns we get a day from those downloads. Because that's actionable. That gives you the insights needed to take corrective actions on your product development or your marketing campaign.